Angeles, Hollywood, downtown LA, California. And thank you for watching my first installment of my music video blog that'll be coming out every Monday, so be sure to check in for that. I just want to cover everything from music theory to guitar techniques to techniques, little ideas, cool little tricks you can do to spice up your playing, improve it immediately. And also, I want to cover, mental attitudes and strategies, that you can use to really improve your playing, and also just, improve your enjoyment of music, as a whole, which is it's super important to me, So today, I wanted to talk to you about the topic of perfectionism and how it can ruin, your creativity and even your enjoyment of music, if you think about it. I'm sure Webster's dictionary has some kind of long, meaningless, nonsensical definition for this word perfectionism or perfectionist, but to me it just means never being satisfied with who you are, the things you create, or like the fruits of your labor, should I say. Meaning that, whether you're trying to write a song and you just can't finish it, you feel like it's never good enough, you're uninspired, you can't just find you shelf it, whether it's being unsatisfied with the performance you had, a part you messed up, or whether it's you're trying to emulate your heroes, that you loved since you were a kid, and you never measure up, or you're never good enough, as good as them. And I know that I've dealt with this my entire musical life. The songs that were never finished, the performances that were botched that I thought about for weeks and months, or even for years and years, trying to compare myself to other famous musicians, artists, people who dedicate their entire lives to playing music, and here I am doing it like 4 hours a day, and I think that I can be as good as them, when I'm 16 years old or whatever. And this can set you back so far. Now, there's a couple problems with perfectionism. The first one, to me, being that it's really great to emulate other players. It's great to aspire to want to play like them, but it's really good to get the ball rolling and to help you, to try and increase your skills on the instrument, to learn, more things, and also just to broaden your musical horizons to different artists, that you might enjoy. But the problem that comes in is when you start trying to be like them, you lose your own unique musical voice. And when you lose your voice, it's like a crime almost, because everybody has their own beautiful, unique, vision inside. And whenever you censor yourself, so to say, whenever you're worried about, trying to sound like somebody else or trying to be somebody else, you censor it and you pervert it, and it'll never shine, never be the same. Everybody wants to hear, somebody's unique voice. And so you shouldn't be afraid, just to let it be and just to let it happen. And the second reason why it's a big problem is because of misplaced energy and your focus. If you spend years, months, whatever, you spend all this time focusing on the things that are wrong with what you're doing, you're never gonna take the energy to finish a song, or to find a band to play with, or to actually be great. You'll just sit there and run over the same things in your head over and over and over again. While everybody else that doesn't have this problem, they'll just pass you by, even if their stuff isn't, it's not the best thing you ever heard. They're still creating, they're still putting it out there, which is 100 times better than just sitting in their room, doing nothing. Alright, here are some ways that you can overcome the trap of perfectionism. Number one is to stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I know it's really hard, it takes a lot of practice, but you gotta stop doing it. You just gotta be you. And when you can just be you and not worry about, if it's good enough, is your favorite artist, or people are gonna like it, that's when you'll start to have good things happen. You'll start to, really feel creative, and you'll be able to just put out, and your output will be really amazing. The second thing you can do is to know when good enough is just good enough. You can sit there and analyze your music for hours and weeks and months, and it can be super boring, and you'll never get it finished. Like I said, sometimes good enough is just good enough. You can listen to so many recordings of artists, before this digital technology, that, it wasn't perfect, and that was okay. Like the Beatles, it wasn't perfect. They did it and it was done. That's it, and it's still great. You don't have to be perfect. Don't worry about it. Just let it go. Third thing you can do is you can talk to your friends and family, get support from them. ask somebody close to you. Say, hey, what do you think about my music, or what do you think about my performance, or what do you think about what I'm doing? And I'm sure they'll tell you that you were great. Maybe you don't see it, but everybody else does, and that's the only thing that's important. And maybe they'll even have something they can contribute that might actually help you, to give you some enthusiasm or to give you some inspiration, to finish the song or to have a better performance next time, or something you wouldn't have thought of yourself because you were stuck in your head and you couldn't think of a solution. And I know you're thinking, Paul, like, well, of course my friends and family are going to say that I was great. Like, what about everybody else? Everybody else doesn't matter. If anybody is ever going to, discourage you from being who you are, and they're going to be, they're going to hate you or whatever, like, that person doesn't mean anything. And the only reason they're upset is because they're jealous and they'll never have the ability to do the things that you do, and they wish that they could do it. Now, conversely, perfectionism can be a very valuable asset if you can get over the two main traps, which are judging yourself and the misplaced energy and focus. If you can get away from judging yourself and just being you, and you can get away from focusing on the wrong things and start focusing on the right things, you can make incredible things happen with music, or with a band, or just being creative in general. It doesn't have to be music; it can be any facet of your life. And I guarantee you, the moment you can get over yourself, amazing things will start happening for you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you next week.